And I know that we tested that out in like a week and we were like, yeah, this is it. We're buying this because it just works. My name is Milica. I work in a SaaS company called productive.io, and my role is a digital marketing specialist where I usually take care of our website and our conversion rates. Because we have a custom website, our experimentation was really slow. WordPress website just weren't communicating well. So each task that we would have to run, it would take some time. You also have the QA button after the test is published. So I usually just QA test it like that, and I can troubleshoot it with your AI. And even if I do have a problem, I do contact your support, but you are much more responsive. Before Mida, we were using a tool that just wasn't compatible with ours. And when I actually started using Mida, we actually started publishing a lot more tests because it was just more easier. It was very intuitive. One of the biggest bottlenecks actually before was if we wanted to make a test that's a bit more complex, we would have to pay for developer hours. And now with Mida, we don't actually have to do that, especially with MidaGX. It's changing the things we are, how we work. Less friction, less developer hours involved, because now I don't have to think, is this test actually worth it? Because if I have to pay like 5 or 4 developer hours to make it work, I'm just not going to do it. I think I was looking for alternatives, and I think that Mida was offered as an alternative on the Captera website. We started using Mida almost 2 years ago. One thing that was really good was because it was a free tier, so I could easily test it out. Also, one of the great things that was in the free tier was that I could invite guests into the trial account. My colleagues were able to test it out as well. It was a really easy decision-making moment because the tool was good. Everybody got to test it out. And that was a big change when you look at other A/B testing tools, because we either had to pay it just to test it out. And with Mida, it was just very easy, very straightforward. At that moment, we were just trying to do keyword personalizations on our landing pages for our PPC efforts. And like all the other tools that we were testing out, they would ask for a much higher price point. And with Mida, it was included. And I know that we tested that out in like a week and we were like, yeah, this is it. We're buying this because it just works. It's intuitive. It's really easy to use if you're not a developer, which for me is a big thing because we are a marketing team. So we don't have a lot of coding experience. And like even with MidaGX, now you can, because when you generate things, it creates a code. And now I'm even using that code for other purposes because I find that experiments are much better when they run on code than on visual editor, because sometimes there's a bit of a, not because of Mida, because of our website, there's a bit of a glitch or something like that. And I just see the experiments are much more stable. And one thing like that I get throughout like Mida, it's that you really listen to your users. Everything that I ever thought like, oh, Mida could add this, I would see it on roadmap or somewhere, or somebody would notify me about it. You make all the right features. We are actually planning on scaling our testing experimentation efforts in the coming quarters. And I think that the MidaGX will be like one of the main things that we are going to use because we want to test more complex elements moving forward. We also are running a lot of ABM campaigns. So we are actually thinking about using personalization features for the ABM campaigns, because with MidaGX now that's actually quite easy to do. And we can really easily personalize our landing pages. Like we already have a lot of tests running on Mida. It really tells us what works with our audiences and what doesn't work. So we are planning on scaling our efforts there. And because of MidaGX, I think it's going to be much easier than before. With each update, like whenever I get like your product update emails, I'm always like, oh my God, yes, we needed this. This is amazing.